From the sharpening bench, we've got an oldie, and it's a goodie. Stay tuned, guys. Hi gang, Rob here. It's the evening of January 2014, and I've got a short video for you guys tonight featuring this little beauty from the sharpening bench sent into the Theapostlep sharpening service by my subscriber and sharpening customer, Father Pat. Would you look at this? Pat wrote me, I guess, maybe a couple of months ago about this knife, a beloved old tool in his collection. It is a classic Barlow knife of the type that could be found in many a working man's pocket in the mid and late 20th century. This particular model from Camco. Let's see if I can find a tang stamp for you. Is that the one? Yeah, Camco, USA. Those of you who know your traditionals will recognize Camco as the sort of budget line of Camillus Knife Company in New York, one of the Imperial Cutlery family of companies back in the mid-20th century. Would you look at that gleaming little edge? Two blades on this baby. That large Wharncliffe main blade, and then this little pen blade, which I believe sort of used to be a sheep's foot. And both of these blades, as you can see by the by the ricasso at the base of the blade, have had much of their life sharpened away. And I got to tell you guys, when I took this out of the box, it was a little hard for me to take Pat's money. Neither one of these guys, these blades, were in the shape that you see them now. They were pretty wavy, pretty rounded. I couldn't do much with the pen blade, actually. But I told Pat that I would kind of conserve as much metal as I could and put an edge on them. As you can tell, they're both plain carbon steel. I did try to take some time on this large blade. I kind of repointed it from the spine as well as from the cutting edge, and it's got a needle point on it now. But both of them are showing a lot of patina. From what I could tell from my research, the main difference between a Camillus knife and a Camco was the thickness of the blades and the springs. These Barlow knives, if they're a Camco, the blade stock thickness is about 81 thousandths, whereas the identical knife in a Camillus would have been about 109 thousandths. So about 25% thicker, maybe almost 30% thicker. The construction is all steel on this one. The liners are steel. The bolsters appear to be stainless steel. From this patina, I do not believe that they're aluminum. You can kind of see the pivot pin protruding, not really protruding, but its outline is visible in both bolsters. You know, not an extremely finely constructed knife, but a great little working blade. The scales seem to be a saw cut. I don't think they're micarta. I think they are either a Delrin or a phenolic, which would be most likely for the price point. And you know, as well used and as much patina as this knife has, good little spring snap, nice positive half stop, nice walk and talk, really on both blades. Not bad at all. Did oil it up a little bit for Pat. I've got a little bit of weeping rust coming out because of that. Because of the pretty pronounced curvature at the base of the blade, I really couldn't use the polishing tapes on these blades because it would have just tore them up at the way that curve is at the base. So I had to sort of stop at the 1000 grit stone and go to the strop. Sharpen both of them at about 18 degrees per side. And I think even when it's old and kind of blackened and worn away, I think this old 1095 or so still capable of taking a pretty good edge. You guys won't believe this. I mean, look at this old knife. A knife that I almost just sort of put back in the box and sent back with Pat's money. But let's just see how they came out. Look at that thing. Let's try the little one. I just love working on this old stuff. Look at that. Look at that little spike. Let's see. I just get a kick out of that. Well, Pat, I'll be putting this back in the mail to you tomorrow, and I really enjoyed working on it. And I hope it serves you well for another, 50 years or so? Came out pretty well. Hope you're happy. And I hope you guys enjoyed taking this little look back in time at this classic two-blade Barlow. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and Father Pat's old Barlow are indeed sharp.